Hello World Farming, this is Jade from Jade's Videos, and this is another Nightmare House 2016 build video. Wow, you can see that all over. It's another Nightmare House 2016 build video. The snow machine came in the mail, and I'm going to test it tomorrow when the snow fluid comes, the actual fluid. It's not here yet. Hold on, I need to put this into place so I can show you what I did. None of the walls are up for the haunt yet, but, like, we didn't get that much done today because my dad woke up late and stuff like that. So, I know I said I was going to be working all day today, and I was only working for a few hours, like, mainly just the afternoon. So not much was done today. But since my dad slept really late, he said that we're going to be working, like, all day tomorrow. So, the plans for tomorrow is to get the front walls up and all the inside walls up. Maybe not all, but most. And get the snow machine running. So, a lot will be done tomorrow. But I just wanted to show you what's been done. Well, these my dad got at, he got these, I don't know, he just picked them up. And he was getting some more poles. These I'm going to use for the Creepy Carnival, the ghost train, the train engine. I'm going to make these train engine. The train engine doesn't need to be that big, and it's going to look bigger because it's going to be elevated on something, and you're only going to see it out of a small window. These are going to be spray painted black, and it's going to be formed to make it look like a train. You guys may think that it may look a little stupid like that, but then again, I thought that Big Green would turn out looking stupid because the head's made out of cardboard, but he still turned out looking really good, even with a cardboard head. So right here, I didn't show you guys these yet. These are the corn stalks for Dark Harvest Field of Screams. I got like 3 batches of them. I also got, for Dark Harvest Field of Screams, I think I already showed you guys those, 2 hay bales. There's that. There's a haul that I got too for the haunt, but I'll show you guys that tomorrow, probably. But, well, some of the hauls out here, like, I got these vines, these fake vines, to put in a carnivorous garden. And Island of the Headhunters, there's this one, this fake plant. But, as you can see, carnivorous garden so far right there. I'll show you that later. So I'm going to do that thing with having the nativity set out here, but I'm not going to make them bloody because I just wouldn't feel right doing that since I am Christian. But instead, I'm just going to, put, instead of baby Jesus in the crib, it's just going to be a zombie baby in the crib. Have them looking at the zombie baby. These actually have pretty creepy faces, though, so just alone, these would be pretty creepy. But since it's supposed to just be a house decorated for Christmas, that pretty much evil Santa and elves and evil toys and Krampus have taken over. It can, even without a zombie baby, those would still fit because it would make it look like a house decorated for Christmas. These are new poles that my dad got because running out. I think he put in this pole. Yeah, he put in this pole. My dad did while I was working on this stuff. That light has been up there for a little bit. Of course, in the actual haunt, this back area will be blocked off. A lot of this will be blocked off in the actual haunt. This table won't be up here. But this is it for now. Here's the evil snowman. So this is Scary Christmas. This will all be filled in with the snow from the snow machine. It's that thing I already showed you guys that. Here's the house for Scary Christmas so far. It's white and blue to make it look wintry colors. It's pretty cool. I have the flash on my phone, so it doesn't look as cool as without it, but it looks really awesome without the flash. But it's gonna look better when the dryer and all this stuff is blocked off, because there's gonna be a wall that goes from here to right there on the door for that to be blocked off. And Carnivorous Garden is right here. So it's a part of the same, it's the same porch that Scary Christmas is on. So you guys are probably wondering how they're going to be different scenes. Well, there's going to be a wall. It's going to start here because this is wood. It's going to start here. It's going to go to that post right there. So it's going to be, Carnivorous Garden isn't going to be a very big scene, but I don't really need much for that scene. Much room. So that's Scary Christmas. I cannot wait to get test the snow machine in it tomorrow. But that's Scary Christmas so far. It actually looks cooler on the camera than it does in real life right now. And the reason why is because all this stuff is still back here, and it's kind of hard to see all the junk that's still on the porch on the camera since it picks up. Since it's darker on the camera, it's kind of hard to see all the junk that's still on the porch. But all that stuff will be moved for the haunt. Of course, this is still the same with the lights and stuff. Carnivorous Garden is the main thing I want to show you guys. Oh, and there will also be a wall here, so you won't be able to see Carnivorous Garden there. And of course, Carnivorous Garden, there's going to be walls here. It's not going to be an open space like it is right now. I just decorated the side of the porch, which it's going to be on. Guests are going to walk in and the gate's going to be like this. This is something I got as a part of the haul. A new green fire and ice light, so now I have 2 of those. But I put the fake vines on this. I also put some real vines on it, too. And these are vines. These are real vines, and they're really sturdy. So I like how they're, like, staying. I'm probably going to put a few more coming from the roof, because it looks kind of stupid with only one. And this does look really stupid with Scary Christmas in the background, but like I said, there's going to be a wall separating both of them in the actual haunt. I just put vines, like, everywhere, crawling up the banister and stuff. Tons of vines. As you can see, they're like, going up. This one's probably my favorite vine. This one right here. Yeah, it's this one. Because it goes from all the way down there, like, up to the top, and it kind of, like, blocks it. Because all the others, they kind of look unrealistic because they don't start at the bottom, like that one. But this one, it starts at the bottom, so it looks more realistic. Put a lot of plants down here. Put some of these, like, garden decorations. Made them kind of slanted. Made the vines, like, taking them over. I'm probably going to get some more fake vines for these things in particular. That lion statue, which I got at the beginning of the year for the haunted castle. Since I'm not doing the haunted castle, instead I'm going to put it in the garden as, like, a garden decoration. Put vines on it. The fence really adds to it, and the porch really adds to it as well. This is one of the spirit cattails from last year. It's one that doesn't have the actual cattail in it, so I just decided to put that there. There's just vines weaving in and out of this. A lot of the fake ones, too. There's another garden decoration. Just a lot of small little details that really make this scene stick out. These vines, these fake vines. Some real vines. Like, it's hard to tell which vines are the fake ones and which ones are the real ones at some points. I put this shovel here, and I put the vines, like, reaching around it, which I think looks really cool. And that post, and just a whole bunch of things that are, like, from the porch. Like these little banister things. That thing, which came off of this side of the porch, it fell off of that, so I just decided to put it in the Carnivorous Garden. This, I'm really glad that Carnivorous Garden is over here, because this is like a water tank to water your garden. So I'm really glad that Carnivorous Garden's in this spot, because it looks really cool like that. Put a rake up against the wall. There's a lot of stuff on the inside that you really can't see. Like, there's some poles and some garden tools there. There's that plant hanging. A lot of stuff that a lot of guests probably won't notice. But for guests who, because of course you're always going to have those guests who want to go through the haunt over and over and over and over again. For those guests who want to do that over and over again, just to see all the little details, they will notice all the little details, so you still want them in there, because all the little details really make up the haunt. Like that shovel, a lot of people probably won't notice it, but for people who do, it's good to have it there. It looks kind of stupid on the camera, Carnivorous Garden does, but in person, it looks really awesome how the fire and ice light really adds to it. Another good thing is the fire and ice light is hidden behind the fence, which makes it even better. So, There's Big Green. His head isn't on right now because his head kind of got dented, so that needs to be fixed. I'll go up on the porch so you can see that scene in a little more detail. There's some plugs. Yeah, like I said, there's tools and stuff back here. There's that thing. You can see that in more detail. You can see where a lot of the vines hook to different spots. Here's Big Green's head. As you can see, it got dented a little. That's an easy fix, though. So he should be fixed soon. That's why his head isn't on him, though. There's his head. Now this, I'm gonna have an actor here, most likely my dad. He's gonna be playing the gardener, that's a zombie gardener, and he's gonna be like overtaken by vines. So he's gonna be sitting in this chair. So up on the porch behind the banister. So a lot of guests probably won't notice that he's a real person because he's higher up off the ground than they are. He's not eye level to them. So he can reach down and grab towards them, which will look really cool. And Big Green's right here. He looks kind of stupid right now because he doesn't have his head. But with his head, you guys have already seen what he looks like. He looks awesome with his head. But he's up here to tower over guests. It's kind of weird since I made it like that to look like his base like that to look like soil. Because he was originally going to be on the ground until I realized how small this scene is going to be. Because I thought I would have more props for this scene, but really, I don't care how many props there are in this scene, because, I mean, I'm probably going to make 1 or 2 more man-eating plants, like little small ones to put on the banister. But there's not very many props in the scene, but that is fine, because you really don't need very many. This is mainly just a scene of not as many. It's more of like a visually pleasing scene instead of just a all-out scary scene. It's still going to be a scary scene because there's going to be an actor, but there's not really any props to scare people. Of course, the actor, my dad, is going to scare a lot of people, though, in that chair. So it's kind of like just a scene that's not really got a lot of props in it. It's just one to, like, the guests will come from Blood Forest right here, which will have a bunch of props, and they'll walk into Carnivorous Garden, which has, like, only 1 prop, and then a real actor. So it's kind of like since there's not a lot of props, they're not really suspecting much to happen in that scene, and then they get scared. And remember, Scary Christmas is going to be blocked off from this. Of course, the wall is going to go from there to there, so Scary Christmas is going to be blocked off from it. But they are on the same porch, so they're pretty much connected together. And in case you forget the layout, I'm just going to go through it one last time, just for tonight. The laboratories are going to be right here, then Shipwreck Island, then Blood Forest, then this is Carnivorous Garden, of course, Scary Christmas, it's going to be the die-in, Hex Family Cemetery, which I know you can't really see. In Hex Family Cemetery, you'll walk out of this gate. Hold on, let me open it. You walk out of this gate for Hex Family Cemetery. The Haunted Mansion. Until Death Do Us Part, which is the church scene. This is Creepy Carnival the Ghost Train. The Gates of Hell. Dark Harvest Field of Screams. Island of the Headhunters. Voodoo Swamp. The End. And Deadwood. Which, like, nothing has been done at all towards Deadwood, except for that one sign that I made that says, "Come on in, partner." The saloon sign. But no buildings have been made for it yet. So that's one thing I'm kind of worried about, the buildings for Deadwood. Like the saloon building and the Shaky Razor barber shop and all those things. I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of concerned. Oh, that's cool. You can see. Oh, you can't see it, but the lights from that dome are shining up onto the trees. It looks really cool. So one thing I'm kind of concerned about is getting those done, because they haven't even been started yet. But I'm thinking they won't take very long, because the witch hut only took about 10 minutes last year. So really all I'm probably going to do, and there's probably only going to be like 3 of them, so it should take a half hour for all of them. Maybe there will be 4, I don't know. Let's see, we have the Cadaver Tavern, we're going to have a jail, we're going to have a saloon, we're going to have Rottingham Dead and Breakfast, Shaky Razor Barbershop. So there's going to be 5 of them, which should only take about 50 minutes, since each one only takes about 10 minutes, and Witch Hut took more time because there was more to it, such as the roof. Most of these aren't really going to have too complex of a roof. It's going to be pretty basic, except for the saloon. That one might take a half hour by itself, but still, most of those will probably be done in a day. It all seems like it's going to take a while, but then when you actually get down to doing it, it goes by really fast, and you're finished with each little project, like, really fast. It's like boom, boom, boom. Hence the reason I don't really get an early start on the hunt. I wait until like 2 weeks before Halloween, because really it's not too hard to get things done if you're working like for a whole day straight. If you're working for whole days straight, which I'm fine with that, because being a haunter, that's why I do it, because I think it's fun building a haunt and stuff like that. I think it's very fun, so that's why I do it, because I love Halloween, and building a haunt is just really fun to do for Halloween. So if I didn't want to take the time out of my day to make a haunt, then I wouldn't do it. But that's what I do for fun, is do the haunt. So it's not like work to haunters. It's like for other people who like to play sports. It's not like work, it's like playing sports, sort of. Or whatever anyone else's hobbies are, or what they like to do. For haunters, it's not like work, it's fun. This video was pretty long, but because I wanted to show you Carnivorous Garden's progress and stuff like that. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. So, keep howling at the moon, my werewolves. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.